Okay. Hello. Okay. Each one of you, most of you would have these common questions right now in your mind. Okay, I'll add that also. Everyone, can you see this? Okay. So, one by one, let me explain all these queries. One by one, I'll explain all these queries of yours so that there is no problem. How many of you have attended my previous classes? How many of you have attended the previous classes? No, the timing of this class is 5 to 8 p.m. Faiza Alam, the timing is 5 to 8. No, Murli Karthik, have patience. Okay. Now, let me tell you, you do not have to make notes. You don't have to make notes. So, what will you do? Let's listen to me very carefully. In the class, I will prepare notes for you. Each one of you. I would be preparing the notes for you, and you people either can copy those notes or later take the printout of those notes. This is one strategy. Or, listen to me, other thing can be, some of you can make the notes simultaneously if you want. This is optional, that you keep on making the notes simultaneously, and later you can see my notes and make any addition in your notes. This way, a lot of time your concentration will be higher. Each one of you, any query about notes now? All of you, any query about notes? See, one by one I'll answer every question, but is the first question clear? Okay. No, if you want, definitely you can make very short notes on your own, which will help in your quick revision later on. This helps in revision. Now, all of you, the second question and the third question are linked. Should you read the books? Should you do the NCRT or not? And if you are reading the book, which book? There are two books available in the market. One is Bipin Chandra, another is Spectrum by Rajiv Ahir. You can go with any one book. No. Some people are asking, do I need to read everything from the book? This is a question. My answer will be, No, you do not have to read everything from the book. When we are studying, and you will see at different places, I'll keep on telling you that this chapter, this particular topic, you can skip. You do not need to read everything. Now, those who are asking about NCERT, because that also comes under the book only, my suggestion, you can do them. Specifically, if your attempts are in 2026, 2027 onwards. If you are an aspirant for 2025 or 2024, you can ignore them. This is your then optional. If you want, you can leave. If you don't want, you can read or you cannot read based on how much time do you have in your hand. This is completely based on the time that you have in your hand. Everyone, is NCERT clear? For those who are giving in these years, definitely. For those who are giving it before this, I don't know at what stage of your preparation you are right now. What is your optional? How much time do you have? So this is something that you can do on your own. Which class NCERT? 8th class NCERT, 10th class NCERT. Rather, I would say one thing. You can download all the books of NCERT from 6th class onwards, and you can take a call on certain chapters which are very important based on the input from your teachers. Am I clear? Each one of you, is till this point everything clear to you? We know that it is, but if you read the books, it's always better. It's always better. If you have the idea of the book, it's always better. Okay. Now, some of you are asking, sir, how important is history? Some people have asked, how important is history in UPSC? This is my 4th question, and I'll go and answer that in a separate page. But overall, I personally feel I'm very clear till this point. No, simultaneously, Gaurav, while I'm explaining, you can be writing something. Priyanshu, 6th class onwards till 12th class. Rajita, let every teacher handle their own NCERTs, it's better. Each one of you, I'm taking another slide to explain your query. How many of you think NCERT is very important? Yes, Aisha, I already answered that question. How many of you think? Praveen, I've been answering everything. Vishal, it was done in the morning class. You can go through the lecture of that. Vishal, there are 2 Vishals in the class right now. So I don't know whose answer I'm giving. So please see. All of you, NCERT is important, some said. Okay. How many of you think you can leave history and still clear the exam? Reena, then that's what I said. No? Then you'll have to leave it. How many of you think that you can leave history and still clear the exam? Any one of you? Personally, I feel it's not possible. Why it is not possible? Because history will come in your prelims, will come in your mains, and will there be in the personality test also. So in all the 3 levels, you would have history questions. See, even if your optional is not history, they can ask questions in personality test, questions from history. They can ask. That is clear. No, beyond this also, let me make very, very clear in essay, in the questions of social issues, in all these areas, history will be very, very important. Am I clear? Any one of you who thinks history can be ignored, I'll tell you it cannot be. Am I clear? All of you, am I clear till here? Now, for 5 minutes, listen to me very carefully, and I'll take the help of a slide here. All of you, this slide is visible? Is this slide visible, everyone? I'll come back to this slide. Give me a minute. How many of you, before coming to this class, saw the syllabus? How many of you have seen the syllabus before coming to this class? A lot of you are saying you have gone through the syllabus. Okay. Good. Tell me the syllabus for prelims and history. In prelims, what is the syllabus of history? Anyone? Can you tell me what is the syllabus of history in prelims? I'm waiting. I would always recommend the first thing that you should do is remember syllabus. Tanuja is absolutely correct. And let me show you the syllabus. This is the syllabus of prelims. All of you, everyone, this is the prelims syllabus. Now, all of you, will I be correct to say two things? Number one, you all tell me, will I be correct to say world history will not come in prelims? Because they are saying history of India and Indian national movement. Everyone, I can clearly say world history is not going to come in prelims. So I just now made this. World history is not there in prelims. Now, everyone, under history of India, will I be correct to say ancient will come, medieval will come, modern will come, post-independence will come, and even art and culture can come? Each one of you, am I clear with the prelims, that in prelims what can be asked? How many questions? Let me tell you that. Give me a minute. Everything I'll tell you. Just keep on moving with me. Only world history does not come in prelims. Okay. Now all of you tell me, had UPSC only written history of India? Tell me everyone. If UPSC in the syllabus had only written history of India, would you have read the Indian national movement or not? If they mentioned only the three words, would you have studied this or not? Everybody is answering yes, because ultimately Indian national movement is also a part of history of India. So all of you tell me, think about this. Why has UPSC separately written this part? You people tell me, why has UPSC separately written Indian national movement? Any reason? This shows that our focus should be much more on this portion. This shows that this is a much, much more important, significant portion of our exam. This you cannot skip. Think about this, everyone. That is why, can you see, in our way, when we are doing this, we have started with which subject? Today we are going to start with modern. Hopefully everyone is clear till here. No, I will show you. I'm going to tell you, Raj. Let me give me a minute. Raj is asking, sir, can you show how many questions come from history in prelims? So for everyone, please see this. I've taken it from 16 onwards. Average questions that have come in this 14 to 21. So I've taken it something like this. On an average, 15 to 20 questions keep on coming from prelims, or keep on coming in prelims from history. And within this, no, Faiza, we will do that. Give me some time. All of you, within this, if you talk about modern, see here, everyone, 2011, 10 questions, 12, 11, 18, 11, 20 and 21, 9 each. 25, 2015, 8, 17, 6, 19, 7. Of course, some years when the numbers have been poor. But overall, 98 questions from your modern has come in your exams in the year from 2011 to 2013. This is PYQ trend of prelims for modern. Everyone, am I clear till here? Each one of you. Now, everyone, let me ask you another question. For a second, imagine today is 1st February and 15th February is your prelims. And out of these 14 days, you can give 2 days to modern. Now tell me, what will you study in modern? If you have only 2 days, I don't think you can complete the whole modern syllabus in 2 days. But if you have to do a quick revision, don't you think you would revise the more important topics? Everyone, would you revise more important topics or not? Everybody agrees? So for you people, everyone, special 2 slides only for you people. See this. Topic wise, questions of modern. Can I say socio-religious reform movement, economic history, the acts, you can see here, 12. Similarly, personalities, 6. So all of you, if I have only 2 days as mentioned, will I not revise socio-religious reform movement, economic history chapter, the chapter on the constitution, chapter on personalities? Don't you think so? Everyone, tell me, will you revise these things or not? Whether you can write a mail to me, I'll look into this. Each one of you, I'm asking a very simple question to you. Will you focus on this or not? Everyone, these 2 slides are very, very important for you people to judge for the last days which area should be your focus area. Plus, one more thing you should observe. In the last 3 years, please observe this. Everyone, can you notice it? Everyone, can you notice it? Last 3 years continuously, questions have come from this topic. Continuously have come from this topic. Nothing continuous, but then personalities had. Each one of you, tell me one thing. I'll end this discussion and I'll move to the next with one last line. Everyone, can you do this on your own? That to understand what is important, what is less important, based on these two slides now, specifically for modern. Everyone, can you do this or not? Because I'm telling you, look at this total column and look at the last 3-4 years. Based on that, we clearly get that certain chapters are more important compared to certain other chapters. 1 minute I will give you. If you people have any doubt till prelims, see, I'm coming to this slide. Anyone has any doubt till prelims? I have not talked about mains till now. So wait for mains. Don't ask any question related to mains. But for prelims, any one of you having any doubt? I would request your participation. Keep on answering this thing. Faiza, how would you do that? Hayat, nobody knows that. But we can guess, na? I'm not saying that this is a foolproof. Last 2 days I said revision. Think about this, Hayat. I'm not saying that you will ignore the other subjects. I never said that. Okay, everyone. Coming to the next thing. Yeah, Yashika. Kambapati, it is usually there. It is the same thing. Tanuja, I clearly mentioned no, it would not be asked. Okay, moving ahead, everyone. How many of you know the syllabus for mains? History syllabus for mains. Priyanshu, separately it can be done. Okay. Raj is writing. Sir, syllabus is very lengthy. I cannot write everything. Okay. No, Gaurav. Modern. All of you, this is your syllabus for mains. Everyone, can you see this slide? Okay. Good. Now give me 5 minutes on this slide. All of you. First line is Indian culture. Second line is modern Indian history. Third line is freedom struggle. Fourth line is post-independence. And fifth line is world history. Each one of you, can you see this? I'll come back to this. Give me 1 second. Let me go back to this. All of you, you will tell me, world history will come in prelim, mains or not? Each one of you. World history will come in mains or not? Everyone. Post-independence will come in mains or not? Thank you. Art and culture will come in mains or not? Yes, first line. I know. Everyone, modern will come in mains. Now the problematic area. All of you, think before you answer. Everyone, do not write anything. Think before you answer. Will ancient and medieval come in prelims? Both of you, all of you. Will this portion come or not? See, everyone, for your convenience, you can see syllabus mentions art and culture, modern, post-independence, world history. So basically, if you look, according to syllabus, these two portions should not come in mains. But then, tell me everyone, can there not be a question on these topics which are related to art and culture? Let's say medieval India, there is a question on the paintings of Jahangir. Similarly, if indirectly a question comes from Harappa, let's say the question is about the city planning and everything. This year's questions indirectly, all of you, can I be correct if I say that there is always a chance that from indirect manner or in an indirect manner, there can be question from this section? All of you. Anyways, we have studied this here. So we know about Jahangir, we know about Mauryan architecture, we know about the Gupta architecture, everything. So indirectly, it can come in mains also. Of course, not directly. I will, Priyaranjan. Give me a second. I'll definitely show you the questions of the mains also. Do not worry about that. Everyone, till here, any doubt? See, 15 more minutes and I'll be in the subject. But this is very, very important. I will tell you, before starting anything, we should have a foolproof strategy. Okay, for those people who are asking, please show me the question distribution. Everyone, can you see this? Is this slide visible to you? In General Studies 1, from 2013 till 2023, this is your PYQ marks distribution in mains. Now, for those who are asking, Rajesh is asking, sir, why did you take 2013? Anyone? Why did I take 2013 only? Can anyone answer me this? Can anyone answer me this thing? Why did I take 2013 only? Abhinav is absolutely correct. Your syllabus, the pattern had changed this year. It's not there in the syllabus, Nitra. Okay, all of you. Now, can you see certain things? Everyone, starting with post-independence. All of you. Zero question. One question. One. Half question. 4.5 question. Everyone, can I say post-independence appears to be less important? Everyone, can I say this? That based on the marks distribution, half of this post-independence came only in the first year of syllabus change. After that, UPSC has ignored post-independence. Similarly, each one of you, can you see this? And then one. Faiza, please understand comparison I'm doing. Less important, I said. I did not say leave it. Please understand the point. I said less important. I never said leave it. 15 out of 250 is very less. You study 1000 page to know 115 marker? No. Everyone, can I say world history is less important? Based on the pattern in the last almost how many years? 8 years? Clearly, I'm talking everything based on the questions. Now, all of you, third thing, please observe. Can you see this here? I'll change the pen color. I'll take black. Everyone, can you see this here? Which is more, culture or modern? In 2020, culture or modern? Similarly, 2014, 2023 and 2022, which is more? Clearly, culture certain years has dominated the modern. Can I say this? Everyone, out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years, you can clearly see 4 years culture has been more than modern. Overall, every year, you can see average is 75, 85, 75, 75, 75, 75, 80, 87.5. That's the average. 75 to 90 marks. Some years has gone very high, some years very good for history. So all of you, and I'm done with the second part of today's lecture. I'm adding one extra slide here. This is importance. All of you, out of the 6, which is the most important area for history? Absolutely, Raj. Modern. Modern has to be the most important area. Which will be the second most important area, guys? Which area has to be the second most important? Everybody is clearly saying art and culture. Okay, if I talk about which is the third most important area, you may not be able to answer right now, but ancient and world. Ancient usually comes in prelims, world comes in mains, both of them at third, medieval at fourth, post-independence at fifth. Because post-independence very rarely comes in prelims, usually is taken by other subjects, and in mains we saw hardly 1 or 0 questions from this section. Medieval every year consistently gives us 2-3 questions in prelims. Ancient is always more important than medieval. Mostly ancient has been, dominating the medieval, barring 1 or 2 years. It's exactly at 6. Yes, Rajib, that's why we have started with modern. We have started with modern. There is another thing. Okay, one thing let me ask you. In this class, who does not understand Hindi? Anyone in this class who does not understand Hindi? Is there anyone? No, those who, there are only 2 people. Okay, no issues. No issues. See, why I was telling you, no, there is no need to be sorry. There is no need to be sorry. I just wanted to know. If I, in the meantime, see, it's history. Some places I will have to crack some jokes. And the jokes will come in the authentic language, but I will translate that also for you. Don't worry about this. So do not worry. There is not a single thing that you will miss. But then, hopefully, every one of you, you will all admit. Tell me, everyone, have you heard the name of Nehru, Gandhi, Rajendra Prasad, Maulana Azad or not? Each one of you. You all have heard these names. But if I asked you, have you heard the name of Bindusar, Bimbisar? Some of you will say, sir, what is this? I have not heard these names. So the reason why we start with modern is because there is an acquaintance. You all have some idea about these modern names. Not everybody has idea about all the ancient names and the technical terms which are at times very, very tough. It is exactly 6:03 right now according to my watch. I'm done with everything that I had to tell you. These are the pictures of the books, the NCRTs, the Bipin Chandra. Post-independence we will do later. I have to start my first chapter here. Everyone, each one of you, in the first 1 hour, I know some of you might be late, but from wherever you attended, hopefully there is no query, there is no question. Each one of you, this is my simple question from you. Any doubt, any query till this point? We are taking 1 minute's break. This is a break of 1 minute. Jagarapu, you can do that always in your, that's up to you, whichever you feel. Vishal, we will do that. We shall do. I'll show you the mind maps. I'll show you the revision. Don't worry about that. See, one thing, when you have joined the class, for the next 28 days or 29 classes, have trust in me. With regards to modern and with regards to post-independence, each and every query of yours would be solved by me. Yes, Sonal, we will cover both the mains and prelims. I will answer every query of yours. If by chance any query is pending in the class, I have already given you my mail ID. I will answer it over there also. Pritam, have patience. I will tell you. That's something that when it will come. You would write a mail to me within 24 hours. I'll give the reply on mails also. I'll answer over there also. Okay. Just go with me for the next 29 days and you will see not a single thing of modern is left. For anyone who came late, a very, very important thing that you should definitely have my mail ID. kumar.rohit@byju's.com. Please have my mail ID. Yes, Fatima, it would be. I'll give break around 6:30. I'll give the break around 6:30. Let us start a small portion and then let's have a break. Okay. Everyone, one thing you will do today. No, Vishal, I'll tell you. At the end of the class, today I will also give you. Gaurav, write a mail. I'll look into this. No, everything's small, Devansh. Everyone, I will give you a homework also today. How many of you have gone through my chronology lecture? Each one of you, have you gone through my chronology lecture? Okay, those who are writing no problems. Not a problem. Absolutely not a problem. Those who have done great work. Everyone, this will be a homework for you today. I will give you, just have patience. Everyone, have patience. Yes, synopsis lecture. Today, you will write a mail to me after the class. And today itself, after the class, I will drop one mail to all of you giving you the address of the chronology lecture. Those who have done, great. Those who have done, that's a great thing. This way you will test whether the mails come to me or not. You will also test whether sir replies to your mail or not. And I will test how serious you all are. It's around 1 hour lecture which you will do before coming to the class tomorrow. Am I clear, everyone? Each one of you, am I clear till here? Let us begin with the first chapter. Now, those who came slightly late also, will you be making notes? Yes, Priyanshu. Will you be making notes? It's up to you. If you want, you can. If you don't want, let me show you the sample of the notes. How I will be making the notes, that you should see. Yes, Vishal. Just write a mail. See, in the online, you just write that you need the chronology video. See, sometimes in online, I cannot see you people. For me, right now, you are only Gaurav, Rakesh, Priyanshu, Sonal, Preetam, Bhumika. So, through the mails, I can know you better. You can write about your preparation strategies, how should you go about this exam. All those things I would know through your mails. You are a college student, you are a working professional, you have this many hours. How do I know that? I can give you some better suggestions for 24, for 25. All that happens through what? Through the mail. So please do that, for your doubts. Okay, everyone. Suman also, absolutely. Our first chapter is arrival of Europeans. Arrival of Europeans. Now, hopefully, you all know Portuguese, Dutch, English, Danes, and the French were 5 different European nations or people from those nations which came to our country. Faza, I cannot do that because then I'll not be able to write a lot. The whole slide will get full of those only. Portuguese, Portugal. Dutch is your Netherlands, earlier also known as Holland. Of course, English is your Britain. Danes is your Denmark. And French is your France. Now, these 5 different countries or the people, they came to our country, starting with Portuguese, who came in 1498. Now, everyone, tell me, why are we studying an event that happened in 15th century in modern India? Think about this. Why are we studying arrival of Europeans? Don't you think it should go in medieval? Because modern is more or less 18th, 19th, and 20th century. So why are we studying this in our modern syllabus? There must be some reason. Don't you think so? All of you. See, because ultimately in modern, all these people would be studied. So for our convenience, we have taken these and we are studying this chapter here. Now, my question to you people, did the Europeans know about us in ancient times? Every one of you. Did the Europeans know about us in ancient times? Except one person. Now 2 people, now 3 people. Everybody has answered yes. Absolutely. Please understand, Europe had connections with India since ancient times. And the best example is Alexander. All of you. Alexander had come to India, Silk Route. For trading purpose, India was a very, very important country. Europeans always knew about us. They would take a lot of goods from our country and they would take it to Europe. Now, this Europe in the medieval times went through Dark Age. Guys, Dark Age, you all know? Any idea what is Dark Age? Yes, science was very, very backward. Church had a hold on everything. Church would decide everything. And then there was a lot of, backwardness in those areas. Now, all of you, I'll make a map. But then, rather than making, I'll show it in a slide. Everyone, just for a second, I'm moving ahead. Can you see this map? For a second, everyone, can you see this map? Okay. All of you, please notice one thing. Number one, India is including Pakistan here and even Bangladesh. Everyone, you can observe this. This is pre-independent India's map. Second thing, all of you, which sea is this line that I have drawn? Which sea is this red line that I drew? Absolutely. Persian Gulf. Kambapati is absolutely correct. And everyone, can you tell me which sea is this? Everyone is correct. Red Sea. And the third area, can you see this? This is what? This is your land route. Not exactly the Silk Route, but this is the land route. Am I clear? All of you, till this map, is this map clear? So please understand, I'm going back to my notes page. This is the page of my notes. Everyone, in medieval times, India and Europe had three ways of connection. One being the land route, another being the Persian Gulf route, and the third being the Red Sea route. Am I clear? Each one of you. I just now showed it on the map. I cannot draw the exact map here, so I've drawn it like this. Now tell me, everyone, do you think Europeans came from there to India, took the goods from India and take it back to Europe? Did they do it like this? Were they doing it like this? Was the connection between Europe and India direct? This is my question. Do you think we had a direct connection at this point? Everybody is answering no. Everybody is saying no, the connection is not direct. So who are in between us? See, basically, this Asian side of trade was handled by the Arab traders. These Arab traders, they would take the good till here or here and then slightly further and hand it over to the Europeans. And then these things would be taken forward. So if I write it something like this, and I'll change the pen color. These two routes were dominated in the first part by the Arabs, and then the second part was dominated by the Europeans. Always remember, the third route, land route, is the lesser used route. It was usually not used because it was very, very cumbersome. The terrain was very tough. So people would not use this route that much. Everyone, clear till this point? No, I've already said. See, some, Rajesh is asking me a question. Sir, why do Europeans need a connection with us? Let me tell you, guys, have you heard this? God, gold, glory. Have you heard this? IG Dus for 14 days. Each one of you, have you heard this or not? Guys, during medieval times, the Europeans are reaching out to us. What is God? God is basically propagation of Christianity. They wanted to propagate Christianity in India because India had majority of the Hindus. So everyone, do you understand the word God? Everyone, do you understand the word God? That they came to India in the medieval times for one purpose, that is God, that is propagation of their religion. Gold is nothing but trade. Trade of what? Very important goods like spices. Similarly, let's say rice, your cotton, or the silk, clothes. For all these purposes, everyone, do you understand gold? Each one of you, any doubt with gold point? Thank you. Everyone, do you understand what is glory? Do you understand what is glory? Yeah, Rakesh, it's like fame. Who does it the first? Who is able to execute a particular thing before anyone else has done? Greatness, name, fame, all these things is here in the sense of glory. Everyone, am I clear till here? So understand, each one of you, I'm making a rough map here for your convenience. Each one of you, this is not an exact map, but you all will understand here. Anushka, name, fame. So now you all know that this is India, this is Europe, this is Africa, and of course this is here your modern day Turkey. Now what has happened is that in the year 1453 there is fall of Constantinople. That is the Sultan. Now, yes, Kambabuti, yes, you are correct. Now the name of Turkey has changed to Turkey. So name has changed. So in 1453, this state or this place had fallen. And because of this fall, new rulers, Sultan Mehmed II, had become the ruler of this place. Now this man basically blocked the traditional routes. Which are the traditional routes, everyone? The traditional routes are the routes of Persian Gulf and Red Sea. So let me show you the map once again. If you see here, all of you, this area is now under the Turkish people. They have won. Sultan Mehmed II has won this area, and he has basically now got the control of the goods that are traveling from India or even the oriental part to Europe. Everyone, am I clear till here? All of you, can you understand that now the traditional routes which were being used earlier, they are blocked? Ankit, then I cannot write much. That's a big problem. Please understand, you can always make it bigger. Everyone, those who think that the pen, this is, let me show you. All of you, you understand. There are four, options for me. One is this. Another is this. Third is this. Fourth is this. The more thicker pen I use, the less I will be able to make the notes for you. So you people can always enlarge your page. Please understand. Yes, Dhruv, because these rulers, I'll show you. I'll take the second pen. These people, they are Muslims, and Europeans, you can see, they are Christians. Am I clear? Everyone, can you see the difference? The problem is with regards to religion. Let me rub this, everyone. Just can you see this? Dhruv, invariably, because the Turkish sultans, they had defeated the earlier erstwhile Christian rulers, and they had taken this in their hands. All of you, the fact that the trade routes were now controlled by the Turkish rulers forced the newer states, the Western European states, which are the two states here. One is Spain and another is Portugal. So now Spain and Portugal, they are now forced to look for all sea route. That is a route where they would only have to use the sea. And what is that route? Everyone, you can see here. The route is circumnavigate Africa and reach India. All of you, can you understand this? Because the traditional routes are closed, so the Western European nations like Portugal, Spain, they are using a new route, or they found out, or they searched for a new route. Of course, everyone, those who are writing, there are certain facts I can tell you. No, Faiza, they are not that advanced at that point of time. That's the reason. Please understand, each one of you. Some facts. Everyone, tell me, who discovered Cape of Good Hope? Who discovered it? Bartholomew Diaz. Remember, Bartholomew Diaz had come to this point, which is your Cape of Good hope. And this man, okay, if somebody is asking that, please write the full name. I'll do that. Give me a second. Let me use the eraser. I'll write that. Please understand, guys, Bartholomew Dias had named it Cape of Storms because in this area a lot of storms used to come. But then King John II, he was the king of Portugal, he renamed it as Cape of Good Hope, saying that whoever is the next person should have more luck in searching for the newer areas. Everyone, am I clear till here? Who discovered Cape of Good Hope? Bartholomew Dias. He had given it the name of Cape of Storms, but later it was replaced by Cape of Good Hope by by King John II of Portugal. Everyone, those who are constantly writing Sir Vasco da Gama, Cape of Good Hope is a point puja. Circumnavigating means chakkar lagana. That is, you are encircling Africa. These are two different things. Ji Soni, Vasco da Gama, first person to circumnavigate Africa and reach India. Each one of you, till here, any doubt? Everyone, till here, any doubt? Now, I will give you a small break, but before the break, two questions. All of you, did you understand how do I make the notes? In future classes, it will become much more easier. But right now, can you see how I'm making the notes? Yes, Priyanshu, you can. Number two, all of you. Now, I will ask you very simple thing. Either you take a printout of this page only, that acts your notes, or at home, everything, Faiza, I'm going to show, have patience. See, I do not like people asking the questions. If I have not told something, listen to me first. Listen to me. Because the class, I'll answer every doubt of yours. But first of all, listen. Otherwise, later you'll say we missed something. You can at home, if you want, write it also. If you don't want to take one page, Xerox or, print out, you can write this. So let me show you, all of you, for a second. Everyone, where did this chapter begin? From this slide. I have given you a picture showing all the Europeans came via what? Sea, and nobody likes competitor. That's why you can see cannons are being used. For anyone who thought, did Europe know about us or not? Best example is Alexander. Best example is Alexander. He knew, he came to India. And in ancient history, you will study why was he not able to conquer us? Why did he go back? That you will study over there. Now, I told you in Europe, there was a period of darkness. You can see before the Europeans had the Renaissance, rebirth, they used to think Earth is, you all can see, flat. You all can see here. Anushka, please understand, Vasco da Gama has come via circumnavigating Africa. Alexander has come way 18 years earlier than Vasco da Gama, but not by that route. Route is different. Pooja, that is the another name of Cape of Good Hope. All of you, can you see what Europeans think? If you go to the extreme corner, you will fall. So they were thinking before the age of exploration that Earth is flat. Then they came to know that no, Earth is rather circular. Even if you go western side, you will come to which place? To the original place. And that's why you all must have heard about the name of Columbus. Had gone in the western direction, thinking he will find India, he discovered Americas. And who came to India? This man, name being Vasco da Gama. Everyone, you all can see on the map here, this, okay, I'll change the pen color. This is your Portugal, capital being Lisbon. To the west of it, or sorry, east of it is your Spain. Everyone, can you see this route now? All of you, can you see this route of Vasco da Gama? Each one of you, can you see this route? Okay, good, good, good. Now, please understand. I'll ask you a thing of geography. All of you, is Cape of Good Hope? My question is related to geography. Everyone, is Cape of Good Hope southernmost point of Africa? Land route, Reena. He had come through land. Everyone till now has given yes. Only 2 people have said no. Everybody has said yes. My answer to this question is no. Cape of Good Hope is not the southernmost point of Africa. A lot of times people think that, oh, Vasco da Gama came from this route, must be the southernmost. No, that is wrong. Anyone, can you tell me which is the southernmost point? Can you tell me which is the southernmost point of Africa? It is geography. Still, I'm asking you. Cape Agulhas. Krishna has given the correct answer. Brilliant, Krishna. Good. Krishna, first time taking your name in the entire 1 hour 37 minutes, but you answered a very fantastic question. Cape Agulhas is the southernmost point of Africa. Everyone, leave this slide. We'll come to this. Leave this for the time being. You all can see I explained to you that in 1453, Constantinople had fallen and the Turkish Sultan Mehmed II had blocked the routes to the Eastern world. Orient means Eastern world, which forced these Europeans to search for an all-sea route to India as well as the East because they need spices and the other products. Each one of you, till here, any doubt? I've left 1 or 2 slides. I'll explain that. So hopefully, see, this is the first class. That's why I'm going like this. Hopefully, I understand that you people are understanding how we shall be preparing in this class. How shall we be studying in this lectures? Am I clear about this? All of you. Is this clear? I wrote PVJ ADV. Okay, have a break. Others, Columbus. It is 6:39. I'm leaving on this page. Your break will be, I'm the first day, so I'm giving you a 10-minute break. 6:49. Okay. After the break, we'll continue with this. Please drop the mails for your chronology lecture also. In the break, you can drop the chronology lecture mail. Thank you, everyone. Hello, everyone. Everyone, am I audible? Thank you. I hope everybody has come back from the break. See, invariably, if you all can see this slide, there is not much of a space left here. So I'll have to add some slides here. So let me add one, let me add two, let me add three slides at the very beginning. Okay, Faza, you should break, should be utilized for your refreshments. Okay, now please understand. Before the break, if you all remember, I mentioned one more name, and I'm writing here the name was of Columbus, and he had gone in the direction of America. In fact, in your Bipin Chandra, Adam Smith has mentioned that in those ages, the discovery of America and the sea route to India were two of the greatest discoveries of the mankind. Let me show you one statement, everyone. Can you read this statement, all of you? Two of the most greatest and the important events recorded in the history of mankind. One is the fact that Adam Smith had discovered America, and the another one was the Cape route to India, Cape of Good Hope route to India. Can you see this? Now, can this come in modern history, this question? Think about this. See, mostly it should not come because we are not perturbed or concerned about America. But if you people will ever read your Bipin Chandra, let me show you one thing. In Bipin Chandra, they have talked about something called a triangular trade. All of you, have you heard about this triangular trade? Each one of you. Any idea what is triangular trade? Okay, Abhinav says he has the idea. Tell me, Abhinav, what is this? Good. Very good. A lot of you are giving me correct answer. Each one of you. This is your Europe, Africa, North America. Between these three, there used to be a triangular trade like this. Everyone, can you see this? Please don't go on my map. Ankit, I'm making it's a rough map. Please understand. I'm just making you to understand this thing. Europeans, they would buy African slaves from Africa, take them to America, sell these slaves to American people because these were used, required in mines or plantations. In return of these in return of these African slaves, they would buy the plantation products or the mine product and bring it to Europe. And here it would be sold in Europe. These goods would be sold in Europe, and based on the money that they would take, they would bring it to Africa, again buy the slaves, take them to Africa, sell them over there, buy the goods, bring it to Europe. Everyone, do you understand this? Very advantageous but as you all can understand, morally very wrong, so was discontinued in 19th century. It was stopped, but before that, big people of Americas or Britain, they had made a lot of money from this trade. No, a lot of African slaves. See, I don't exactly remember, but I think almost 1.5 crore to 3 crore uh, African slaves were sold in those days. Around 15 million to I think 50 million African slaves were sold in those days. Those who are asking about Adam Smith is also considered as father of economics. Everyone, am I clear about this triangular trade? It is given in Bipin Chandra. If you ignore it also, no problem. Now in my slides, those who are reading from the slides, any word which is in red, please keep it in mind. These points may be very, very important for prelims. For example, see here, Ottomans. We just now were talking about the Ottomans controlling these areas, the Tughlaqs. You would study about the Mongols. Timurids are the other name for the Mughals. Now, everyone, tell me one thing. Should we remember this? All of you, should we remember who was ruling in China, who was ruling in Europe and everything? Please be very, very clear. We shall study anything if it is related to India. So Ottomans we are studying because later in our lectures we will study about Khilafat movement. We will study about Timurids, Mongols, Tughlaq dynasty. All these dynasties we shall be studying later on. Am I clear about this? All of you. Yes, Sai Dinesh, you were correct. Okay. And just for your benefit, everyone, I'm also mentioning the notes page number. This is 1, and now we move to 2. Yashika, you can see that later. I cannot write if I go on the previous slide. Am I clear? Everyone, do you understand what is this word? Colonial India. Do you understand this word? Vishal, I just now explained triangular trade. See, it's not only under British. Please understand. Everyone, clearly, colonial India is basically any part of India which Europeans had acquired either through trade or conquest. Any part, please understand, everyone. And when I mention about India, remember I'm mentioning about India including Pak plus Bangladesh before independence. So, everyone, you might have heard, for example, Surat. Europeans had taken it initially for trade purpose, whereas Goa was taken by Portuguese through war. They fought the war against the rulers and then they had taken it. Am I clear? Now I'm starting with the first of the five. Who were the first of the five? Portuguese. They have a king. Guys, what is the name of the king? His name is Henry the Navigator. He has, given a lot of encouragement to the sailors that you go find newer routes, search for newer routes. And because of his encouragement, the Portuguese, they were way ahead of everyone else in those days. Now, you all studied Vasco da Gama, Bartholomew Dias. There is another man. I can name one more name, and it's not here. Uh, you know, example, there was a name called Pedro Alvarez Cabral. He discovered Brazil. So there were many people who were encouraged by Henry the Navigator. He died, but even after his death, the other sailors kept on looking for new areas. So in the previous slide, you saw that Vasco da Gama, Bartholomew Dias. In this slide, you are seeing Pedro Alvarez Cabral. So these people did a lot of good work. Now, everyone, I'm asking you the question. If anyone says, tell me in one word, one line, why are the Europeans searching for a new route? All of you, why are the Europeans searching for a new route? Absolutely, because traditional routes are blocked. Turkey has blocked the traditional routes, and these people, they are searching new routes. Now, in some books, there is a name of a person named Abdul Majid. Guys, it is said that he had guided Vasco da Gama to India. That is from Africa. He was a Gujarati pilot. Now, please let me make very, very clear. This is a disputable fact. Everyone, do we have every proof about everything that happened 500 years ago? Everyone, tell me. Do you think about everything we are sure, no, this only happened? A lot of times what happens? People will say, no, that is correct. No, that is correct. So some books, they have written that there was a person named Abdul Majid who had guided Vasco da Gama to come to India. Other books, other authors, they say there was nobody like this who guided Abdul Majid. Whatever be the case, I've mentioned it as a disputable fact. Vasco da Gama, where does he reach in India? Kochi. Anyone from Kerala in this class? All of you. Anyone? Sorry. Anyone from Kerala? Calicut. I'll just change that. Guys, he has reached Calicut. And who meets him here? Everyone, have you heard the name? Zamorin. All of you. Some people also call him Samutri Raja, the king of the ocean. He is the king not of Sindh Puja, he is the king of Calicut in Kerala. Samutri Raja. Everyone, Vasco da Gama asks his permission. All of you tell me, if if Vasco da Gama had come to you saying that, Sarkar, King, please allow me to do trade in India, what would have been your answer if you were the king? All of you, what would be your answer? Everyone will permit, because more the people, more will be what? Trade. More the trade, more will be what? Prosperity of that place. Everyone, am I clear or not? So he said, yes, you can do business of spices. And guys, in your Bipin Chandra, it is written 60 times profit was made by Vasco da Gama in those days. Everyone, if I tell you it in this manner, if he had bought a good of 100 rupees, he sold it at 60 times, or almost 60 times. Just imagine how profitable the business from India was, in spite of the fact that in those days there would be many small nations. You have to give taxes to everyone. Still, Vasco da Gama has made a lot of profit, isn't it? Tell me, all of you, are you clear with this or not? That da Gama is making a lot of profit. Now, more and more Portuguese will keep on coming to India. And guys, these people, very soon, these Portuguese, I'll draw it like this. They will start looking for monopoly. All of you, do you understand what is monopoly? Do you understand what is monopoly? Mono plus poly. Single seller, one seller, single businessman. In Hindi, those who do not understand monopoly, Hindi it means ekadhikar. Ek, one, adhikar. Only one man should have all the power. So what the Portuguese want, that the other people, I told you, in Kerala, Arabs were doing the trade. There were many people who were doing the trade. These people do not like that. And they started fighting. Fought many places, but the most important place was 1510. Goa was captured from the Bijapur rulers. Everyone, have you heard Bijapur name? All of you, have you heard this name? In South India, in medieval times, Bijapur was a part of Behmani kingdom. Presently, it's a part of Karnataka. Yes, they established factories also. I'm not denying that. 1503, they established factory at Kochi. 1505, they established factory at Kannur. So different places they have established their factories. Okay, Mohan, I did not know that. Vijaypura. Mohan is saying Bijapur's new name is Vijaypura. Each one of you, is this clear? Till here, any doubt? Just to make a map, Portuguese, now they are controlling many areas on this side, and even Sri Lanka is under their control. In those days, its name was Ceylon. Guys, why is Portuguese controlling all these areas? because this acts as outpost. What is outpost? To keep an eye on the sea, who is coming, who is doing what, because they could manage the sea through this way. And very soon, this Goa became the headquarter seat of their viceroy, or if I simply say headquarters. Everyone, these people, they have controlled many areas in the western side, and very soon you will see they will start losing all these areas to the Portuguese, to the Marathas, to the British, etc., etc. Now let me tell you a very interesting story. Before I go further, let me tell you a very interesting story. How many of you know the story of Bombay? Do you know the story of Bombay? All of you. Those who know, great. Yes, Lakshmi. Those who don't know, I'm for that only. If you know everything, why would you have come here? But great, let me tell you the story. Guys, Portuguese, they are having a fight with Spain. Now, all of you, in those days, if you are fighting, you need alliances, help. So they contacted Britain saying, let us have a alliance. Guys, in those days, what is the best method of alliance? Matrimonial alliance. That is, which pen can I use? Red. That is, the Princess Catherine was married to Charles II of Britain, and in return of this matrimonial alliance, Bombay was given as dowry to Britain. All of you, am I clear? As a dowry, Bombay was gifted. And later, Bombay was given to East India Company for a £10 annual payment, and EIC made it their headquarter of. Each one of you, is the story of Bombay clear? All of you, is the story of Bombay clear to you? See, they have taken it as a dowry in those days. Now, all of you, for 2 minutes, just give me a second. I'll write something and then I'll explain this. I don't know how many of you know one feature of this BP app, that you can always bookmark. How many of you know this bookmarking feature? Each one of you, do you know the bookmarking feature? Good. Mostly everybody know. except one person, everybody has written, they know it. Guys, what is the bookmark feature is that, let's say, for example, for 5 minutes your connection went off, or for example, you did not understand something, or you thought this is very, very important. You can use the bookmark feature, and it's like, making a star somewhere, so that you can come back and let's revise only 5 minutes. Getting my point? So, I'll just rub this. Give me a second. Where is the eraser? Am I clear? All of you, do you know who these are? Do you know who these are? That's what I'm asking you, Priyanshu. They are the governors of Portuguese. Viceroy. If Portuguese has to rule in India, they need some people. All of you, do you understand one question that can come? Arrange the Portuguese governors in chronological order. Can you do it? Can you do it? Okay, good. All of you, do you know why do we remember Almeida? We remember him for something that he started, which is known as blue water policy. Have you heard about this? Okay, Fatima, Mohan, they all are mentioning they know. Tell me, what is blue water policy? Guys, in Hindi it is simple. Neeli pani ka siddhant. Blue means neele, water means pani, policy means siddhant. Kishore, your question is not clear. Absolutely, Kambapati, you are correct. That is, guys, under this, the Portuguese would concentrate only on trade, would not interfere in local politics, neither just a second, wrong. Guys, it means that they will only control the sea. They are least interested in what is happening on the land, and neither they are interested in evangelical work. Evangelical is conversion. They are not interested in expansion of Christianity in the day one. Am I clear, everyone? Later, yes, they did fight. When did I say that they did not fight? They fought two battles. One, Chaul, another, Dew. Guys, Chaul was fought around 1508. Dew was fought around 1509. Everyone, can you keep on seeing how I keep on changing the color of the pen? When I make notes, I keep on changing the color of the pen to understand, how the things are moving. And Chaul and Dew places in blue, ears in black. So, Who are fighting here? I'll write Portuguese by P versus Sultan Mahmud Begara. He was the Sultan of Gujarat, and with him there were Egyptians. Who won? This side had won. Now, guys, you all will ask me, why are they fighting? Think, Vinod. Vinod, I'm saying the Portuguese are fighting with the Muslim rulers, Muslim alliance, because I told you a word called monopoly. See here, where is the word? Portuguese were not allowing the other people to do trade. And invariably, because of this fight happened. Portuguese lost, and that side Francisco de Almeida's son, Lourenço de Almeida, died. He was killed in this battle. Everyone, next year only, Francisco defeated the alliance. Each one of you, is this slide till here clear? Is Almeida clear? Faiza, everybody has trade links with India. Think about this. Nobody is being allowed to do trade in India. The Arabs, they are not being allowed. So don't you think they will interfere? All of you, what do you want to know? Next year, the Portuguese defeated the Muslim alliance. Priyanshu, which Sultan Mahmud Begara, Egyptians, etc. Now, all of you tell me one thing. Did you understand that in this, if I only remember who was the first governor, what was the name of his policy, and the two battles that he fought, chronological order of the battle, CD, Chaul, then Diu. First time he loses, next time he wins. I'm done with this. Think about this, guys. Am I clear? I would not write he's the second governor. I would rather write he is known as actual founder of the Portuguese. Newton, here only result is not that matter. Guys, Alfonso de Albuquerque is known as the actual founder because few minutes back we all saw he captured Goa. Now all of you tell me, he captured Goa from whom? Everyone. Goa was captured from whom? Bijapur was taken from Behmani. Now, those who have slight understanding also, tell me guys, have you ever heard about a kingdom known as Vijayanagar? All of you, have you heard about kingdom named Vijayanagar? Now, all of you, you only tell me, who is the greatest ruler of Vijayanagar? Tell me. Now, last thing I'm asking guys, what type of relation Bijapur and Vijayanagar have? What sort of relation Bijapur and Vijayanagar have? They both are enemies, enmity. Now, everyone, I will use one line in Hindi. I will translate immediately in English. कहते हैं दुश्मन का दुश्मन मेरा दोस्त. That means enemy of the enemy is my friend. So guys, Portuguese, they are basically having enmity with Bijapur. So all of you tell me, what sort of relation will be there between Alfonso de Albuquerque and Vijayanagar? All of you, what sort of relation do you think will be there between these two? Am I clear? They are friends. Now all of you tell me, what do we do when we are friends? Basically, we have done a treaty, which is friendly treaty. We have promised best Arabian horse only for Vijayanagar, not for Behmanis. We have told them that you are my friend, my brother, and now the best horses will be given to you only. Not only this, my brother, Friar Louis, will be our ambassador. Which place? In Vijayanagar. He is going to be our ambassador. Everyone, Mohan, we don't need to go into that depth, so I'm not writing that thing. Everyone, is this much clear about Albuquerque? Each one of you. Clear till here? Now, let me tell you certain things about Albuquerque. Everyone, hopefully you all know Sati. He abolished Sati in Goa. The first place where Sati was abolished was in Goa by the Portuguese. Similarly, encouraged his countrymen to marry local Indian girls. Everyone, he knows that it's not possible for people to keep on coming and going to Portugal. So he encouraged his people that you should settle in India. This is known as policy of association and assimilation. Everyone, this is known as your policy of association. That is, he's asking his people to get associated, get assimilated with the Indians. All of you. No, he fought many battles. Uh, in your NCRT, it is written that he had captured Hormuz, he had captured Calicut, he had taken up Malacca. All these places he had established fortresses, but that's not important. Each one of you, is Alfonso de Albuquerque clear? Everyone, is this second part clear? Rakesh, to some extent. I'm not denying that. We'll study that. Each one of you, one more thing. This is our third page of the notes. Everyone, I will ask you one thing. Are you able to see how we are making the notes? because I know some people would have come very, very late. But can you see and can you use these as your notes or not? Thank you. Nino da Kunha. 1529 to 38. That means we have left a few people in between. Those who want to make their running notes, no problem. See, I'll tell you. You know, I prepared for this exam earlier. I've gone till the interview stage. And I can tell you very clearly, many a times when I would not be writing certain things, my mind would be traveling everywhere in the world. My mind would be thinking, oh, there is a cricket match, oh, what, how many runs they would have scored. But when I write and when I study, I'm reading and I'm writing simultaneously. My focus is only on this. I cannot think about a third thing. So when you are continuously writing with the notes, with my running notes, even small points here and there, your focus, your attentiveness would be much higher. Am I clear, everyone? Why we study this man? For three things. One, in Hooghly and in St. Thome, which is in Madras or near Madras, he created settlements for them. Getting my point? Number two, settlement means Portuguese people were made to live over here. Capital was transferred by him from Kochi to Goa. The most important work that he did, he transferred the capital from Kochi to Goa in those days. Third, guys, Bahadur Shah, he was the ruler of Gujarat. He was having an enmity with Humayun. At that moment, he was supported by Portuguese. So Portuguese had helped Bahadur Shah when they needed help against Humayun. And for this, guys, I'm writing it here. Bahadur Shah had initially given them Bassein and later the island of Diu was also gifted to them around this time. Everyone, first time I'm telling you, this year's PYQ 2023 PYQ came from this question. Point. The question had asked, which Gujarati ruler had given due to the Portuguese? And the answer of that was Bahadur Shah. Everyone, am I clear? This year's 2023 PYQ from this question. All of you, when will we do all our PYQs? Tell me. When are we going to do all the PYQs? On every Friday. But we will not do tomorrow because in 2 days I would not have enough questions. Am I clear? Reena, understand, Bahadur Shah was having fight with Humayun. Bahadur Shah took help of Portuguese. For this, he gave them Bassein and Diu. Later, let me tell you, the story is not complete because Bahadur Shah, his relations deteriorated with Portuguese and Portuguese had assassinated him later. Vinod, I did not get your this thing question. Last man, guys, Martin Alfonso de Souza, 1542 to 1545, remembered for only one thing: St. Francis Xavier came to India with him to promote Catholicism, that is Christianity. St. Francis Xavier, very famous Jesuit missionary. And let me tell you guys, 2021 PYQ came from this question or this line. Everyone, are you getting my point? Martin Alfonso de Souza. Anyone from Maharashtra here? Anyone from Bombay, Pune, these areas? Anyone? Do you know this man, Alfonso de Souza? I was there in Pune till yesterday. I was taking the class there in Pune. Anyone, do you know this Alfonso man? Guys, he's remembered because he brought Alfonso mango to India. So this Alfonso mango was brought to India by Martin Alfonso de Souza. But the story is here about this man. He converted 7 lakh people to Christianity in those days. Later went to China, but before going there, he had expressed, his feelings that he be buried in Goa only. He had said that please bury me in Goa. Unfortunately, he died in China and buried over there. Later, his supporters brought his body to Goa. And those who have been to Goa, do you know there is a very famous church in Goa where he's buried now? All of you, do you know which church? Anyone, which church? Yes, in old Goa it is, but it's named as what? Bom Jesus Basilica. In old Goa, you have this church named after him, known as Bom Jesus Basilica, where he is buried. His body was brought from China, brought to India, and buried in India in those days. Am I clear? All of you, each one of you, can you see this whole notes? Yes, his body is still preserved. Can you make notes like this? Each one of you. If you cannot make the notes, can you use this page of mine as your notes? See, those who want to save your time, go. Just take a copy of this, print out of this. And if you want to add a point here or there, you can add it on your own. Yashika, I'm very slow right now. Trust me. In 3 hours, if you go and look into this module, we should have completed the module. We are in Portuguese in the first part only. Those who are making running notes, great. See, please let me make very, very clear. Guys, I know some people would feel fast, some people would say slow, but trust me, I know I have been teaching now for more than 11 years. I started teaching in 2013 and presently we are in 2024. Every year, I teach the same content in minimum 20 batches. I have to complete this in a schedule that is of around 87 hours, which is more than sufficient time. And this is the way. Yashika, you can make the running notes a bit later also. Not a problem. Add a few things later, the other things. Okay. Which page notes it is? Third. Guys, today's last page of notes. Fourth page, last page, because we are around 7:40. 5 more minutes and then we will continue tomorrow. Last 10 minutes are for your questions. Hopefully, first day I'm giving you some more minutes for questions. Thinking some of you might have come late, might not have attended the first 5 minutes. I'll repeat something for you. Okay, guys, I'm talking about now the impact. Portuguese came. What did they do here? One is Carthage, another is Fitaras, third is agricultural products, fourth is other innovations. Everyone, as I said at the very beginning, three. All of you, do you know what is Carthage? It is like letter of protection. That is, you pay to the Portuguese and then they will save you. That is, they will not hurt you, they will not loot you. But if you don't pay to the Portuguese, they might ransack your ships, they might loot you. So, guys, Carthage is what? If you buy it, buy from whom? Okay, just a second. Buy it from Portuguese, they would not ransack you. If you don't buy, they will loot you. So everyone, it's like a protection money. Second is Futuras. It's a factory. You know, the places where they would store their goods, put them, all those things. Third is what all agricultural products they brought to our country. Items like tobacco, chili. Let me tell you, everyone, this is basically 2012 PYQ. In 2012 PYQ, they have already asked on this. I'm simultaneously telling you every year, every question. Murli Karthik, those who did not understand Carthage, Rohit Kumar is bringing some goods to India. If you do not buy Carthage from them, they will loot you. If you buy, they will save you. They will protect you from themselves. That's the thing. Guys, chili, papaya, tomato, sweet potato, almond, groundnuts, orange, lychee, sapota, cashew. All these are the products that the Portuguese had brought in our country. Guys, in one of the books of PMH, they have also mentioned black pepper. But I would suggest you ignore black pepper. Don't remember it. This is not important because most of the books they write that the Portuguese came to our country for the spices. So do not mention that they brought black pepper to our country. You can see they brought all these goods to our country. Am I clear? Yes, we adopted. All of you, how many of you are from Bihar? Anyone from Bihar in this class? Anyone from Bihar? Okay, have you heard about lychee? Have you heard lychee? Sonal, fituras are factories where they store goods. Lychee is what? It's a product in Bihar. Muzaffarpur is the place which, makes or produces the maximum lychees. So Indian people, they adopted this. If anything was profitable, they adopted it. I come from Muzaffarpur, Bihar, so I took this example of lychee. Lychee is a product that comes from where? Bihar, but was brought to India by whom? Portuguese. Similarly, guys, other innovations, they helped in shipbuilding, mainly at Cochin. Bible was printed in, just a second. Bible was printed in Kannada, Malayalam. You can understand, for the propagation of the Christian religion. Similarly, they helped in heritage as well as culture. Let me add one thing. Indian farmers accepted these because there was profit in them. Getting my point? Last thing for the day, guys, I'm wrapping up my session, today's session now. There are some questions that I'll take from you. I don't know how many of you know, they brought printing press and clock also to India. But these two products did not find acceptance in India. These two products did not find acceptance in India. Guys, there is a very famous historian. His name is Satish Chandra. He says reasons are unknown that why in India's mainland these big discoveries, they were never ever accepted. Bible was brought in, local languages for propagation of the Christianity hayat. All these things were the impacts of these Portuguese. One slide for you people. Let me go, and everyone, 4 pages of notes are there. Abhiraj, we will study that in the press chapter. I'm not going into the press right now. We will study that there. Great, Ankit. Faiza, that's why I wrote now that they have brought this. Everyone, let us wrap here. This is the first day. I do not want to burden you with a lot of things. For 1 second, last time, everyone, we started with this arrival of Europeans. I told you the reasons and all that they brought. No, Gaurav, sweet potato. Number 2 page, I told you about the Portuguese, their initial days. Third, I told you about the governors of the Portuguese. Fourth, I told you about the impact of the Portuguese. We know that is Satish Chandra, historian. Everyone, it is 7:49. Was I clear throughout the class? All of you? Was I clear throughout the class? Anyone who has any question, have some time, be here. Ask your questions one by one. I'll answer them. Any question, I'll answer one by one. Do not write the question repetitively. Let me answer your doubts. Everyone, I gave you my mail ID. let me complete the class within an hour. I am sending you the lectures path. Please, before coming to tomorrow's class, you have to study. You have to go through that. Vishal, you will have to remember it is history. But Monica, I'm trying to make your things easier. Ashish, write the mail. I'll try to help you. Abhiraj, this chapter is only for prelims, so I'm not getting into that. Murli Karthik, same place they cannot. Goa, once they have taken it from Behmani, Behmani cannot rule. Fatima, what is all these five? Yes, all those things. Thank you, Shargun. Those who have no questions, thanks a ton. Goodbye. I might not be able to answer your query, your thank yous. Thanks a ton. Thank you. Goodbye. Abdullah, write a mail to me for that. Cartage is like a letter of protection, Priyanshu. Faiza, it's not. This is a prelims topic. Vishal, not for today. Not for today. Thank you, Vinod. Thank you, Reena. Thank you, Sonal. Thank you, Abhiraj. Jai Shri Ram. Ashish, please write again. If there are hundreds of mail. It might not have ever reached me also. Might have gone in my spam. Thank you. Fatima, they will not. Dew is a place. Daman and Dew, Thanuja. Thank you, Suman, Abhinav, Sakshi. Dhruv, tomorrow we will study that. Bimi, no. Alok, thank you. Thanks, Matangi. Please write the mail if you want the, chronology lecture. Yes, Monica, last 10 minutes for your questions. Sonal, write the mail. I'll send you the link. No, they did not start, Gaurav. They did make it stronger. Thank you, Rajiv. Thank you, Monungi. Shiva, we will study that tomorrow. Vishal, let me, right now I cannot answer. Those who have written the mail, have patience. Let me end the class, then I'll start answering your doubts. Dhruv, write the mail for that. I cannot answer it right now. With your mail ID, I cannot do. You will have to write the mail. Sakshi, write it. I'll ask the IS, these guys, support team to send it to you. Thank you, Ankit. Thank you, Lakshmi. 8 minutes, any query. Thank you, Kambapati. Bimi, there will be ancient India classes later, not now. Velu, I have not got any question from you. Thank you, Bimi. Those who are done, no questions, please leave. Move. Goodbye. Thank you. Thank you, Vinod. Gaurav, use my PPT, nothing else. Download the NCRT, Gaurav, if you want. You can always download the NCRTs. Monica, it will be provided, I think, 7th or 6th March. Velu, have patience. I have just begun. And you cannot write or tell every line of spectrum. There is too much of information, but the questions have always come from the notes. Thank you, Dhruv. Yes, Shushti. Gaurav, I think Saturdays. Thank you, Velu. 6 minutes, any query, I'm waiting for your queries. If there is no query, keep on moving. PV, you can buy Spectrum. Let me tell you, Bipin Chandra is available online also. You can download that. Krishna, then I think if you have already done, you can use these classes for revision. Ankur, you can. I'll tell you tomorrow. So, Krishna, I hope it is clear. Yes, Priyanshu, in the chapter 3, it is there. I would tell you that tomorrow. Ashish, I don't think so. That's not needed, Arvind. Absolutely not needed. That's not for UPSC, in fact. No, Tanuja, Portuguese had supported Bahadur Shah in his fight against Humayun. I think that's not UPSC book also, Arvind. So it's a wastage of money in my opinion. You can do it, Ankur. No plans as such, Shushti. Thank you, Mohan. Gaurav, I told you when we have the PYQ, we'll do that. Bemi, add it to my notes. Any extra thing if you think is important, add it to my notes. Thank you, Krishna. Last 5 minutes. I'm waiting. Any one of you has any query, please ask me. I've got some, these, what do you call, the chronology videos. I'll send it to you. Thank you, Gaurav. Jai Hind. Nutan, you can, right now, don't worry about that. You not need to worry about that. Those who have no doubt, no Shushti. No Bemi not needed. PVJADV, your name is Shweta. Try to bring your name as Shweta. It becomes very confusing. Thank you. Maybe any one book, not needed both. Both are not needed. Last 3 minutes. I'm waiting for any question. Bemi, see, ultimately Spectrum has also written it from Bipin Chandra only. So saying that a particular book is good or bad, it's very tough. Nutan, write a mail. I told you, na, write the mail. I'll send you the link of chronology video. Thank you, Shushti. Goodbye. Thank you, Erwin. Thank you, Bemi. Fatima, yeah, there are two, but you don't have to go for the, thicker one. Shushti, write a mail. I'll 8th class you can start. And again, those lectures are also done. You can write a mail. I'll send you the links of those also. Thank you, Harshita. First time seeing your name. Last minute. Anyone? I'm waiting any query on your side. Is there anyone still in the class? Devansh, he defeated at that place. Does not mean he captured it and, took it with him. At that place, he defeated. Amar, you write the mail. Thank you, Fatima. Thank you, Devansh. It's not necessary that the place of the fight or the battle has to be occupied by one of the parties. Mohan, we will see Swali tomorrow. We have not done it today. We will see it tomorrow. Okay, we are done. If that's the case, I do not see any query. I think nobody is there in the class also. So let us wrap this class, and we'll again meet tomorrow at 5 p.m. Hopefully every query was resolved. Thank you everyone. Goodbye. Bye bye.